Good evening. I'm Connie Beaver, Director of Marketing for Edgewater. We are a Wesley Life community in West Des Moines. On behalf of Edgewater and Wesley Life, I want to congratulate this year's Sages. We believe that the second half of life can be the best half, and you are living proof of that. By demonstrating that aging's not a curse, but instead it's an indicator of strength, vitality, and positive energy. You are dispelling some of those negative stereotypes around aging. We honor and we thank you. We want to join all of you in that ongoing effort to transform attitudes around growing older. Thank you for everything that you've done to make this world a better place.
We're just all human beings. If we could realize the importance of love and kindness and helping and being forgiving, we'd have a better world, I think.
Life is, it's not bad, it just is complex, and so you just take a little bit of extra time.
You do your best all the time, but in fact, being an African American, we were always told you have to be better then.
You can have fun and work hard. And if you're not having fun at work, you need to find another job.
Life, you just really need to be honest. You need to be courteous to people. Enjoy your day and enjoy what you're doing.
You never know what's around the corner if you keep your eyes and ears open because wonderful, surprising things can happen. I would like people to think of themselves as part of this great, wonderful globe.
If there's one thing I was taught from an early stage, it's how to work hard. And my dad always entrenched those thoughts in me, and he said, if they're paying you $1 an hour, make sure you give them $1.10 worth of work.
I just wish people were kinder. Doesn't cost you anything.
I think it's more important to get started than it is to worry about the path you're on immediately. It's more important to get going, and because you learn.
A small thing. It seems to me that when you greet people or you see people, what's wrong with hello? And just be courteous. And it seems to me that there's a lack of civility in these times. And
I just wish that human beings would realize there's one human race. We're different because of migration or perhaps climate or geography or diet, but inside of this epidermis, this outer layer of skin and the shapes of our eyes, we're all human beings.
I think that if I were telling a young person today of all the things you could do with your life, learn compassion, walk in someone else's shoes.
And I found that if you really are sincere about what you want to do and what you want to be, other people sense that, and they will help you. So I learned early on, be true to yourself, admit when you've done things that aren't right, and ask for forgiveness, but keep clear on what it is you want to do with your life.
Perception of your past follows you. So that's why you've got to be careful. Always try and do better.
I think I always had a vision of where we were going, and I hope I led by example of, again, how to have fun and work hard and embrace the vision of where we want to get to. I was extremely fortunate to put together a team of people that really understood that. Frankly, miss being around them.
touch it once, make a decision. 90% of the time, or maybe 80% of the time, you'll be okay. The indecision is really doesn't work. My wife personally thinks that I don't think about things long enough.
And sometimes we might have to make compromise, but I never compromise on 4 parts of my character. I don't compromise on my faith, my values, my principles, or my morality. you're going to encounter some discouragement along the way, but just think within yourself, I'm not going to let that person direct the course of my life.
Sometimes, and hopefully it works. Sometimes it won't. People tell you if you're in a hole, stop digging. There's a lot of truth to that.
Whenever I've thought I've had the problems, when I get past self and saying, oh, poor me, and then there's an answer, you know? So I've learned to kind of have no pity parties.
Well, there's never a reason to give up. I think you just have to retrench sometimes, come up with a solution you think's going to work and go after it. And, you don't always succeed the first time you try, but I think eventually most people can work their way out of problems.
If you just think about, this glass is really 3/4 full, not 3/4 empty, I really subscribe to that philosophy.
As soon as somebody says, you can't do that, that's not possible, forget it. Can't be done. That's all I need.
And don't be discouraged if you have hurdles, because hurdles, you have to jump over them. They make you a stronger person in your character and in your attitude. Oh wow, I laugh at a lot of things. I'm a very, very serious person, but I really like to act silly sometimes, and I do. If you were to talk to my wife, she said I act like a 2.5-year-old.
But I try and pay attention and find humor. Some days it's easier than others.
I say every day when I get up, well, thank God for another day. Now, don't waste it. Do something with it that's positive. But every day, there's a new twist. Every day, there's a new ache, something I didn't even know was a part of me, So I laugh. I say, well, what are you going to do today?
I laugh at people sometimes. Maybe not to their face, but, and of course, you don't have to look very far to look at our politicians, and you find all kinds of things to laugh about.
Just being Irish, I guess, I hope I have a pretty good sense of humor, and you need to be able to laugh at yourself.
At night, I put on the music and I roll up the carpets in the living room and dance.
Who am I to be telling people how to live their lives? I guess as a sage, I can tell them, I can give them advice because I'm older than any of them. That's just me at my 103, almost 104 years.